In the last few years of my life, I've developed this incredible ability to sleep worse and also be very anxious. To deal with that, I ended up creating a sort of system to help me fall asleep faster. That system includes no phone next to the bed. I have a sleep mask. I have water in case my dumb mouth gets too dry. I sleep in my underwear, which I will not be showing for this video because that will be incredibly indecent. All of these, though, pale in comparison to the audio element of this. Listening to comedian Joe Pera's Joe Pera Talks You to Sleep, a sleep podcast that has saved my life. This has opened a door to a fascinating world for me. There is a whole plethora of celebrities that have made content with the intended purpose of making me more relaxed or fall asleep. And it's safe to say that they vary in quality. They vary. So today, we're in for a more chill video as we listen to these celebrities' sleep/meditation content to test once and for all which celebrity is the most relaxing of them all. Is it going to be Kevin Hart, Matthew McConaughey, John Legend, or... oh no. Oh, is this one real?
So to help you get the sleep you deserve, I recorded a sleep meditation with my friend.
I'm not sure if we should listen to that one. Let's start with John Legend.
Greetings, lovers. International superstar John Legend here with a very special gift for you. I'm going to let you sleep with me.
It's really fascinating, the sort of wide variety of stuff that celebrities do. Why do they do all of those things? I don't mind John Legend's music, but I guess that sleep content is not the sort of first area that I'm gonna place him at. I can't help but wonder what drove Mr. Legend to decide to work with Headspace. Headspace, if you don't know, is a meditation app. They've worked with a bunch of celebrities in the past, but in reference of today, we're gonna talk about two of them, John and Mr. Hart. From what I've seen, John worked with Headspace multiple times. He did this video of him playing Jenga.
I'm focused, y'all.
I don't know why, but this footage of John Legend playing Jenga is mesmerizing to me.
Starting to run out of options.
It's something out of you hit your head against a wall, and then this is the footage that you see. Just him in a yellow room playing Jenga against himself. How long do you think they locked him in there for? Sadly, that video doesn't have as much to do with what we're going to be talking about today. It's not bad by any means, it's just a video talking about the effects that music has on focus, which does seem like more of a thing that relates to him. It's pretty interesting stuff, and it has some pretty incredible shots of Mr. Legend that I can't get enough of. You may have missed this, but in this scene, there are 3 John Legends. I don't even know how they managed to get them in the same room. Last I heard, these guys were not talking to each other. What we're mainly here to test is John Legend's Sleepcast, the one from the advertisement from earlier where he said he's gonna f me.
Well, not sleep with me. I'm a happily married man. Just regular sleep. Treat yourself to some well-earned self-care by listening to my new Sleepcast on Headspace.
That's pretty nice that he wants us to relax before going to sleep. You know, at bedtime, I sometimes have so many thoughts running through my head like, did you know that the average card holder leaves $300 in unclaimed rewards every year? Oh my god. But you're not average. You can take back your rewards by downloading Kudos, the sponsor of today's video, and get every penny back. Kudos is a free financial companion that streamlines your purchases and returns the value back to you. You can kind of think of it like Apple Pay, Honey, and Credit Karma all bunched into one thing. I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that some of you maybe shop online to buy things. And if so, Kudos can help you earn some rewards. For the rest of November, you can earn up to 25% back on websites like StubHub, Adidas, and more. 25%. That's more than 24. 2025 is just around the corner, and Kudos is a must-have to start the year strong. That's why they have over 300,000 users and 5,000 5-star reviews. That's over 4,000. Kudos is completely free. It works on your desktop or on iPhone, and for a limited time only, they're giving you guys $20 back after your first eligible purchase if you sign up with my code PINELY. Alright guys, feeling pretty goddamn sleepy right now. Had an early doctor's appointment today, so I figured this would be a good time to try out the words of the man, the myth, the John Legend. The legend. We'll see if he can make me nap. I swear to God, I'm the craziest YouTuber out there. Other YouTubers, they blow up trains, they build a secret gaming room, but none of them have the courage to do what I do. Sleep content is a crazy man's game. So this is John Legend's Sleepcast. They're like, we gotta show a lot of John Legend. That man is really relaxing. Can we maybe mic up his car when he's on his way to the set? Do you think that's good for Sleepcast?
This is how it feels when you're about to be let in on a secret.
What secret?
When you step gladly past the sign marked closed to the public.
Why is he talking like that? I don't mean to be too mean, John Legend. This is trying a bit too hard to be a sleep thing. Like, what I like about Joe Pera is that he just talks in his sort of normal voice and cadence. It's just naturally sort of relaxing.
The West wasn't won/stolen by guys with big juicy asses. Arizona's still Arizona.
I actually quite like this feature. You can play around with how much of the audio is like the ambience, like him starting up his car and like walking around. All right, I'll go to sleep now and then I'll give my thoughts about this afterwards. I think what he's doing with his voice is gonna weird me out a bit, but I'm so tired that I think like a person screaming in my ear would get me to go to sleep. So I was almost asleep, but then John wanted me to start doing like a breathing exercise. So I wanted to go back to show it to you because that's like a meditation thing, right? Breathing. I guess breathing is a part of a lot of activities, except a holding your breath contest. But there's like literally no option to do that. You can only control the level of the voice and the ambience. And then here, that button next to the play button, that just replays the whole thing. Until I restart the whole thing to get to this point. Anyways, please subscribe. I'm the only YouTuber to do this.
Tonight's exercise is a really simple breathing exercise. So when you're ready, let's begin. Now, just bringing the attention to the breath.
I wanted to be asleep by now.
We're going to be taking a deep breath in for 4, holding it for 4, and then breathing out for 6. So are you ready?
Yes.
Let's begin. In for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4, 2, 3, 4. Now breathing out for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In for 4, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 4, 2, 3. Great. Now
We're done.
returning the breath to normal. The gorgeous proscenium arch and its burgundy, gold-trimmed drapes in elaborate ruched layers present the stage with great fanfare.
John Legend guides you through a historic house of music after hours. So he's guiding us like through this place And he's trying to give it this sort of fantastical feeling, but he's also trying to sound all sleepy and stuff. So I think that's what's going on here.
Last night, an audience member mislaid an antique locket containing a photograph of her grandmother outside.
This story sucks. This is nothing like Joker 2 Folia Do, which is my favorite story. Here are my opinions of this. On a sleepy scale, there's a lot going on here. He's talking in a sort of rhythm where it feels like he's about to like give me like a riddle or something, you know? He does have that sort of raspiness sometimes that aids me to go to sleep. And he is talking in a very monotone way. But I find it to be grating more than anything. The story's fascinating though. I mean, it's moving at this incredible pace. So I'm assuming that in like 10 hours, we're gonna find out what happened to this f***ing locket. That said, if this was successful, I'd be asleep already. And the quality of the story wouldn't even matter at all. If I had to give it sleepiness points, I forgot how my system works, but if this is sort of my level of sleepiness, I'd say that this did make me sleepier. So my level of sleepiness goes up here. It goes up like 3 or 4 points. Keep at it, John Lennon. So my friend Jono, who, fun fact, helped me write the Pickle Rick musical number.
Don't tell me what my family needs you.
Remember when I did that thing? That was crazy. I like booked a whole theater. It was a lot of work for a video about Pickle Rick. He sent me a message the other day that actually inspired this entire video. Why the f*** is Kevin Hart on my goddamn meditation app? And in the video that he recorded, you can see that this is actually under the Your Afternoon Lift category. So if you were wondering why is Kevin Hart, a guy who's known for very energetic comedy, is doing a relaxing meditation, it's because it's not. This is supposed to be an energy boost, a little pick-me-up in your afternoon time of the day. You've had your food, you're tired, you want to watch some Kevin Hart to get you going. This is a thing you do. This is a thing that both of us do all the time. We do this. It's a way to help you keep going for the rest of the day and replace all of your negative pool of endless negative thoughts with a fresh new vibe. The videos that he did are called energy shots. So let's get to it. Let's get shot in the head by some energy.
Show up. The first step to being good at anything is showing up. It's also the second step, and the third, and the fourth, fifth, sixth. You get the picture. See,
so far, I'm with this. I can't record my videos without showing up. Then you'll just see an empty chair.
Think of your skill or your talent, whatever it is. It's like a little plant.
What?
And every time you show up, you're giving it a little water. Maybe even talking to it for a bit.
What?
One day you look at that little plant and it's a goddamn oak tree. And there's people picnicking in the shade. There's a guy playing a didgeridoo underneath it. And he looks at you, he's like, hi.
What the didgeridoo?
Can I help you? And you like, what are you playing? He's like, I'm playing a didgeridoo. And you like, oh man, how long you been playing that? He was like, for years. I'm like the best didgeridoo player in the world. And you think to yourself, how did all this happen? Well, that's when you have to remember how it all started. With showing up.
I have no idea how this started. So I'm reacting to all these energy shots. It's afternoon for me now. I mean, barely. It's 5 minutes past noon, but it's afternoon. Am I feeling more energized? I guess so. I guess my brain is quite confused, and that is, it needs to be supplied with energy to kind of manage that confusion. To succeed at things, you need to do the things. I can sort of get around that concept. There's something about it that I think I understand. Well, what the f*** is he talking about, that goddamn didgeridoo? Energy levels, I'd say this has given me 2 energy points. 2 energy points is what I'm gonna say I now possess.
Talk less, do more. There's a difference between saying what you're gonna do and actually doing it. So make that your goal for today. Make the audio match the video.
Owen, you're editing this. Does the audio match the video? I'm gonna trust you on this one.
No one remembers the guy who talked about, wouldn't it be great if I just flicked the switch and turned on the light?
I feel like he's calling me out directly because the other day I messaged my friend Kevin Hart and I was like, wouldn't it be great if there was this switch that you turned it on and it turned on the light? So this, you know, Kevin, this feels a bit nasty. You don't need to air out our controversies over here.
So whatever your light bulb is, today is the day for you to stop talking about it. I don't want to hear it. Matter of fact, when you start talking about what you're going to do, I'm like, la, 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 la.
No! Stop doing that. Listen to me. Listen to me for once, Kevin Hart, as I talk to you about my idea of doing a light switch. First video is about how you should actually do things if you want them to happen. And then this second video was about how it's about how you should actually do things if you want them to happen. So they've run out of materials pretty quickly here for this 1 minute long segment. In terms of energy points, this made me kind of mad that he's airing our beef out like this. Talk to me, Kevin. Don't talk to the millions of people that are subscribed to Headspace. Talk to me. I'm right there. Here at this, I'm right in this location is where I am. Since this made me angry, I'm gonna give this 5 energy points. Kevin Hart reveals the truth about his height and how it made him the short man he is today. I guess his height did make him a short man that he is today. That is a good point.
You know something about me that a lot of people don't know? Is that I'm short.
Yeah, I knew that already. There's all these movies, like the movie Central Intelligence, where The Rock is big and he has big muscles, but Kevin Hart is tiny and he's tiny. He also has muscles, but he's tiny, and that's funny. That's a funny difference.
Everybody knows that about me. You know why they know it?
Because it's evident. It's a visual sort of experience, like in the movie Central Intelligence, where you hang out with The Rock and The Rock is big.
It's because I tell them. I don't think there's a show that I've done in my life where I didn't mention my height. And I've done a lot of shows. You don't think that I can hide that I'm short in movies?
No. Not if you're doing them with The Rock. That guy is huge.
And there's a lot of actors that do that. One is none of my...
He's talking about John Travolta. This is like a thing that Scientologists do sometimes.
Be who you are.
This was the most coherent one so far. I very much understood what was going on, and I think it's a nice message. You should appreciate yourself. Come on, everyone. Appreciate yourself right now. That said, the lack of confusion or anger has actually depleted my energy levels, so I am actually -1 energy points for this one. Sorry.
I play a special part in your life.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear this.
Well, I mean, my wife and I sleep with you almost every night.
Yes.
I mean, who are we even kidding here? Matthew McConaughey, he has that sexy cowboy voice. I don't think that he's gonna have to sort of, you know, try as hard as John Legend. Again, I don't think that John has a particularly bad voice. Obviously, he's a very talented singer. And I don't know how much Matthew McConaughey can sing, but for this area, I feel like he's gonna best him. To me, I see it as an incredible honor to potentially be able to sleep with Matthew McConaughey's voice tonight. I mean, just look at Michael Bublé. He's incredibly excited about that prospect as well.
He has the most beautiful voice, and I turn it on, and I just hear, well, hello, everybody.
All right. I'm in a hotel room. It's 2 a.m. and I'm struggling to sleep. This is as good of a time as any to listen to The Sleep Story by Matthew McConaughey. I have high hopes here.
Well, hello there. I'm Matthew McConaughey, and tonight I'll be reading a special sleep story called Wonder. Before we begin, as you settle in under the covers with your head easing into the pillow and your body sinking into the mattress, I'd like you to let your mind drift with me for just a minute. Let's ask the question.
I'm not actually gonna, keep the camera on as I'm trying to fall asleep, but I am gonna listen to it tonight.
as I'm actually sleeping. I'm gonna turn the camera off and then I'm gonna keep playing this. So here's my little review of the Matthew McConaughey thing. So his sort of sleep audio starts with like some kind of like mindfulness sort of thing. I don't know a lot about mindfulness, but it kind of sounds like it.
As you settle in under the covers with your head easing into the pillow, your body sinking into the mattress, I'd like you to let your mind drift with me for just a minute.
Isn't that what mindfulness is? I don't know. I'm very mind empty, I guess. So, yeah, it starts off with this sort of preamble stuff. Him talking about us pondering the present moment and all that stuff.
For me, God's backyard is so much bigger than I thought. So, believer or not, this story wonder does remind us how many times that we fear the dark, only to find that once we enter it, there's not something to fear on the other side. There's something to be in awe.
For me, that was sort of less of my thing. I don't want to ponder anything. Like when I'm trying to go to sleep, I don't want to ponder too hard. That's kind of sort of my thing. It's not a huge problem, but it did distract me for a little while. I was like, where's this going? You know? But then he started talking about this story. And fun fact, I have no idea what that story's about, which is actually a testament to how quickly I fell asleep into it.
It was the rattle of an antique telescope that caught her attention on that quiet autumn night. Zoe sat up in bed and looked around her room. A soothing breeze drifted in through an inch of open window.
It's undeniable. Matthew McConaughey's voice is so nice to listen to. I think especially when someone's put in that position where they're supposed to be telling a story, to me it feels less of the sort of forced kind of like, you're going to sleep now. I'm just listening to a nice story about a girl using a telescope. It's good stuff. That said, did I have a good quality sleep? Absolutely not. That's more of my fault because I forgot to take my allergy medication, but also the ants' fault. Look at what I'm about to show you. Look at how many fucking ants were on this hotel bed. What the fuck? What the fuck? Did I have like a candy bar? There's like a billion of them. I'm gonna have to like go to management or something and let them know that there's a lot of ants on my bed. What the fuck? I'm gonna open this question up to the class. Who is, in your mind, the worst celebrity that you could listen to put you to sleep?
Looks like this. See, I could put you to sleep.
I should probably point out, I didn't pay for the Diddy meditation. The meditation, if you will. I'm watching a rip of it on YouTube. I don't want to partake in this too much, so just for the sake of curiosity of what this has to offer, let's just listen to a few seconds of the meditation. I mean, this was made like 4 years ago, so how bad can this be, really? I'm pretty sure the person who recorded this, like, played the audio on a phone and then recorded that audio on a separate phone. So it sort of sounds like Diddy is recording this from like prison.
If you need to stretch your legs out, spread out a bit in your bed, or loosen up your limbs or your fingers.
Okay, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I'm not listening to this anymore. My grandma said that I'm never gonna hit 600,000 subs, and I was like, no, I'm gonna hit every single one of them. So please subscribe right now because I will really appreciate it.